Hello, everyone. Welcome to this series of leadership talks. And today we have with us Sailal Mishra. Sailal has done his bachelor's in information technology. Then he has done his MBA in banking and financial support services. Then he has done his advanced analytics program in business analytics from Indian School of Business. And when it comes to the work experience, I believe he's an adroit in the space of financial services insurance, BFSI, banking. Right? Sailal worked with the ICICI Bank for 6.5 years. He worked with Synchrony as a manager in the space of credit analytics. Then he worked with Granner as a senior data scientist. And as we speak, Sailal is working as Vice President Advanced Analytics with Citibank. Thank you so much, Sai, for providing your time and pulling off time from your busy schedule. So the first question that I have for you is, Sailal, a lot of people, they want to understand what are a few of the innovative projects which are handled in the real world, say in the space of banking, because you have a lot of experience in that space. So would you like to throw some light on what kind of projects are handled in the practical setting?
Yeah, sure. So I think that's a great question to start off. Especially, I think I can go deeper into projects, but I don't want to. I'll keep it slightly more tip of the iceberg and try to connect, because what happens is this is something that I felt throughout my journey, that finance industry. I mean, if you have to call out, this is the I think it's the slowest moving when it comes to adapting to really cutting edge AI, ML, and stuff like that, is what I have felt throughout. And that's where, I mean, I do see that as slight bit of challenge, because there are you know stuff which kind of goes on at the back. I mean, the regulatory and whatnot. I mean, if you have to roll out models, I think there would be a lot of a regulatory aspect that could come in, and then you always have to have a strong grip on what you are doing and how do you really sell your solutions. So I do see, I mean, this is something could be generic to the field, but finance, it is slightly more prominent. Given there is challenges, as you clearly touched upon, Varani, I think with your question, the innovation comes in, right? I mean that's where we see that whenever the challenge is kicking in, we kind of try to innovate. In the sense, if I have to just outline, right? So what happens is, if you see in finance, there are a lot of legacy systems existing, right? And those are, I mean, those are strong systems, right? Because these have been evolved through lot of grind and lot of domain knowledge, right? So it is not that you can go hand in hand and replace any of the system which is existing in finance. So I have delved deeper into credit analytics and credit modeling, even investment domain, market risk assessment, and stuff like that. These are completely, I mean, these are domain heavy, right? And there is clearly a right and wrong. So even to penetrate that itself is a good amount of challenge, right? So what we usually do is, so that's where the real innovation comes in. How do you break down the things, right? How do you really break down the things which will start making sense, in the sense that where we are doing optimal, where we are still have a scope of improvement, right? So that's where the real the not only analytics, not only modeling, that's where your domain understanding and how do you connect dots really comes in picture, right? So that's where what we do is, you have to, I mean, you have to ultimately deal with a broader stack of stakeholders as well. It's just not about building models, right? So you'll have to have traction. So that's where you have to understand the system and then break it down to sub processes. And then what you'll have to do is, how do you improvise if there is a sub process which can be, you have to really evaluate, such that if there is a scope of, let's say, ML, if there is a scope of generative AI which is coming in right now, so how do you make the system slowly transit, how the legacy how let's say statistical foundational model can coexist and still work for your broader goal, right? Not saying that you completely go ahead and replace the legacy systems. And this is much more generic, but we can always dive deeper into it, and that's the major and broader challenge do I see. And frankly speaking, I love finance domain for such aspect, right? So it throws you into uncertainty, and which is kind of great. I think that's slightly generic, do exist in other domains as well. Finance is very prominent in that sense. Yeah.
True, true, Sailal, wonderful. So, regulatory aspects, legacy systems such as many
Right.
for years together, for decades together, understanding the domain knowledge, understanding the rigor, and then
Right.
building those systems which are probably rule based or otherwise, right?
Correct.
Would,
Correct.
would mean a lot. Doing away with that or simply migrating it to latest breed of
It's
technologies is
it's a
not
challenge.
walk in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, rightly said that one has to understand the complete business flow
Yep.
and nail it by getting into the granular details and
Most
identify
granular.
what are the optimal areas, what are the
Right.
suboptimal areas where still we have scope for improvement in itself is a challenge.
Yeah.
So building prediction models, etc., might sound very fancy,
Yeah.
but
Correct.
and the root of it, you need to understand the business problem, understand the challenges, and given the limitations, we have to do the best.
Right.
Wonderful, wonderful, Saila. The second and interesting question is, Saila, if you were to hire someone in your team,
Yeah.
what skills do you look for typically in a data scientist or an AI expert? Is it the programming skills? Is it the domain knowledge? Or is it culmination of these? And given that now Gen AI is revolutionizing many things, and just like that, on issue of a prompt, you are able to get the code. And if
Right.
someone has high level understanding,
Right.
they can just tweak it, and with business acumen, they can fix the issue. Is what
Right.
a
Right.
few schools of thought are saying. What is your take? What skills would you look for, given that you want to hire someone in your company or
Yeah.
might want to report to you?
Again, brilliant question, right? I oftentimes ask myself as well these questions because it's kind of evolving. As you rightly pointed out, generative AI is taking over. I mean, I would say the first skill that I would look for is AI being it's completely horizontal skill at this point in time. AI is like mathematics, right? I mean, AI is going to be like mathematics, right? It's needed everywhere, right? Day in day out, if I draft mail, I rely on AI because I get to cut down my time, and then I bring efficiency in other aspects, right? So I would definitely see someone who knows, you know, prompts. I mean, writing prompts. I mean, that's what matters when you really get to use the AI tools in a right way. That's one. I mean, technical skills, I would say data science skill sets. And at this point in time, what really matters, as you correctly touched upon, is what is your thought behind what you are doing, right? So that really matters. I have felt that really drives your solution. That really gets to a point that you would be able to find your USPs that could sell your solution, not only building solutions, right? So that human thought is something that I would need. Even if you are asking AI to build you, let's say, five different models, random forest, SVM, and compare and give me the best model, AI can do that. But is there a thought behind that which goes in, which kind of, gives the edge, right? So have you understood your data? Have you understood your business problem? Have you really understood the domain? And have you built similar things in past? That is your experience through which you can channelize. I mean, even you are using AI, no problem, but are you channelizing the AI that you need the output to be, or have you understood what AI spat out, right? I think those are the skill that I would really. I mean, there are technical evaluations, of course, that not to demean that, but I would emphasize that someone who is coming as a data science doesn't only have, per se technical analytics model building skills. Does he understand the peripherals? what it takes to, really cover a journey, not only specifically model building, right? Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sailal. So I can correlate to whatever you have just said to an acronym which I just figured out. Yeah.
Okay.
And people are saying that according to World Economic Forum 2030 skills, which would be needed, all the skills that you have spoken about are included: prompt engineering,
Yeah.
analytical thinking, critical thinking, and systems thinking.
Right.
Right? And these skills will be more in demand than your machine
Correct.
learning algorithm knowledge or your programming knowledge, right?
Right.
So I think CAPS will be a right acronym. Critical thinking C, analytical thinking A, prompt engineering P, S is
Yep.
for systems thinking.
Great.
You
That
and I
sounds really
together
good.
have invented a new acronym.
Yeah.
You gave a complete explanation. I just tried to abbreviate it.
Great. Yeah, sounds good.
Wonderful. Now, there we go, friends, audience who are listening to this particular conversation. I would say that, these are a few critical skills caps. And once again, thank you so much, Sailal, for bringing in your rich experience of years of domain knowledge. But while they are quick insights, some deep thinking has gone into it before we heard it from Sailal, right? Thank you so much, Sailal. And we have 700,000 plus subscribers. I'm hopeful that they will benefit from this interaction that we have had. And all the best for your future as well. Already you're serving as a vice president, and then affirmatively you'll grow in ranks and reach newer heights. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope this will be helpful for audience. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.